What have I done? Hello and welcome to another episode of a weekly Waypoint, coming at you today from a guy who did not think he was going to be giving Nintendo money this morning, but money I did give them because I am a weak, simple fool who, to be fair, held off from buying Super Smash Bros. For how long's it been out now? 4 years? 3 or 4 years? I've always been kind of interested in it, but I've never taken a bite because I've never wanted to spend the asking price for it. But I decided to get a couple of game vouchers so that I can basically get this game at full price but Pokemon for half price when it releases. That's kind of how I'm working it out in my head, and it's all fully paid for, although I'm not technically pre-ordering. I'm saving it in case I want to use it on something else in case it turns out to be a rubbish game. But before I continue down that road, I should address the gameplay you're seeing. You're currently watching Star Wars Battlefront 2, of course the EA version, and I am playing against bots, and it's not because my internet was down, it's not because I didn't want to play multiplayer, it's because I want to highlight a very specific thing that's cool about playing against bots, and that's that you can just play on the easiest difficulty and slaughter stormtroopers, and it feels great. I highly recommend this if you just want to blow off some steam one day. It's been a very helter-skelter kind of a week in terms of what I'm playing and what I want to play. I'm a little bit all over the place, and for once it's not because I've just come off of an obsession of something I've been playing and I'm lost for things to do. It's more like I just want to play all of the things all of a sudden. As you may know, I've been getting back into Assassin's Creed Origins, I've been getting back into Pokemon, I've been getting back into Elder Scrolls Online, but I decided to finally delete Forza after I achieved an achievement that was 4 weeks in the making, or 3 of them more specifically, and I was like, hey, I've finally got 80 gigabytes free on my Xbox, I can download some smaller games now. So naturally I downloaded an 80 gigabyte game. First of all, I downloaded Battlefield 1 because I've heard good things, my friends enjoy it, it's a good game I'm sure, but as it was downloading they were like, hi, we're downloading the multiplayer portion of things, would you like to play the single player instead? And I said yes. Battlefield 1. Of course I would like to play the campaign while I'm waiting, why not? That sounds like a fantastic idea. And it opened up and they were like, hi, World War 1 was hell. I'm like, yes, I know. And they're like, yeah, it was a pointless waste of life and loads of people died who should have otherwise lived and had long and fulfilling lives. And I was like, yes, I'm aware. And they were like, you're not expected to survive this scenario, you are just another foot soldier who's going to die, and then you're going to go across to another foot soldier who's going to die horribly in a completely different way. Isn't this terribly depressing? Yes it is, thank you Battlefield. Are you having fun? I can't say that I am, so I uninstalled Battlefield. And I decided to download Battlefront 2 instead, because even though I've played this game on PS4, it's actually been in a weekly Waypoint before, I figured, hey, I might as well get some of that tasty gamer score, because it's not costing me nothing. And it just runs a little bit better on Series S, who would have guessed? And I can obviously record it better now, but that's not really an excuse, because I could just turn my PS4 on and record from there. But I don't know, man. What I should really do is take that hard drive, that external 2TB hard drive I bought for my PS4 years ago, format it and set it up for my Xbox instead, because you can play Xbox One games from a hard drive. The only issue is it's not going to benefit from the increased loading times from being on the SSD. It's just going to be as if you're playing it off of the Xbox One itself, and I guess I'm just lazy, because that's fine, but I would miss it though. But given the amount of issues I'm having in regards to space lately anyway, I feel like I should probably do that and move this game onto there or something, because I have not booted my PS4 in over half a year. But yeah, so as I was saying, I'm a little bit all over the place in terms of what games I'm playing. So I've been playing this, and then going back to Super Smash Bros. For a second, I've just been checking out Nintendo Switch games today, because as I've been talking about in recent weeks, I've been playing more of my Switch lately. I've also been playing some 3DS stuff lately. I've been looking at Pokemon Alpha Sapphire again, so I've kind of been going back through my back catalogue of Nintendo games, and I feel like I never truly appreciated my 3DS, and my Switch is kind of going the same way. Like, I play the Nintendo exclusives on there, but I don't play all of them, and I don't play them for a particularly long time. So I've been giving those consoles a little bit more love lately, and first of all, the game I nearly bought today was Disgea 5, because that is a series that I'm kind of interested in. I've never been into an SRPG before, but that definitely seems like the kind of game that's cool. But I held off. First thing I did was play some of Mercenary Saga Chronicles, which is a different SRPG available on the Switch, because I bought it way back in like 2017 or 2018 or something. It was one of the earliest titles available on the Switch, and I loved the look of it. It's basically Final Fantasy Tactics, even though I've never played that game. And so I played about an hour of that, and I really enjoy that game. I don't think it's like amazing, I think it's good, and I think it's the kind of game that I'm going to be playing in occasional bursts, probably over a long period of time. I don't think I'm going to be coming back to it every day or playing through it in massive, like, 6-hour-long chunks. But it's a cool game. And then I decided, instead of giving into temptation and buying Disgea 5, I would download the Disgea 5 demo instead, because demos are a thing, and I should really be playing demos for games that I might only ever end up putting an hour into if I buy it outright. And no, Super Smash Bros. Does not have a demo. So yeah, I played some of the demo of that, and I don't know how long that demo is, I don't know when it ends, but I really enjoyed my time in there. And if I walk away and never play it again, then I think I will be happy. Not, I mean, that kind of came out weird. That's not me being like I never want to play it again. That's me being like, that was really fun, but I'm not feeling it calling back to me. My curiosity is sated, and I might come back to it at some point, and I might get further into it, and I might buy it in a future time, but for now, I'm okay. I've got my fill. It seems like a cool game. It seems, you know what it seems like? It seems like someone took a Flash game and gave it a bigger budget, and I do not mean that in an insulting way at all. But then, I don't know, I still felt the pull for something new on my Switch, and I thought, is this the time when I get Super Smash Bros? Because as I mentioned at the start of this video, I really have been kind of on the fence about it for years now, because I really enjoyed Super Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii, and I did not enjoy Super Smash Bros. 3DS for whatever reason. I just straight up couldn't get into it. I bounced off it, and I never really played that much of it, and I feel like I wasted, I think it was the full £50 that game cost me, or £40 or whatever it was, and I've always felt a little bit burned since then. But well, today, I don't know, my friend talked me into it. I was like, sure, we'll play multiplayer, it'll be great, it'll be fine. In fact, the first thing that really sparked me thinking about it again was they've just released new costumes for the Mii fighters, and I never knew that you could get costumes for the Mii fighters, or I thought you could only use the original 3 that they came with. But they release these little costumes which are like 60p a pop on the eShop, and one of them is a Skyrim Dovahkiin armor set, and I know it's dumb because it doesn't change the moveset at all, it's not a real fighter or anything like that, but I'm like, I could play as a Skyrim character in Super Smash Bros, this will be fun. So yeah, maybe expect some Super Smash Bros gameplay on this channel in the future, especially like noobish gameplay. The thing I've always admired about that game is just how it's a celebration of so many Nintendo characters and franchises, and the way that it's handled, and I often talk about wanting other games to get the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate treatment. Like, I want a Mario Kart which has the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate treatment, where it's got games from other franchises in it, and they've got loads of different available skins and stuff like that. I do think I'm going to enjoy it. I'm optimistic, otherwise I wouldn't have bought the bloody thing. I think I'm going to have a fun time in it, and being able to make videos in it is also going to help with that. When I played Super Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii, I only ever played as Kirby. I do not intend to be that guy again. I'm probably going to play Kirby for sure, but I'm going to try and at least play every fighter a little bit to the point where I know them. I want to get to the point where I was in Overwatch, where I could play every character at least coherently, although I'm aware that Smash Bros. Brawl has more characters and it's a different kind of gameplay, so who knows if that's going to be a possibility. But maybe next week you'll be watching some footage of me going up against someone in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, who knows. I know that the 2 fighter passes cost like £25 each. I have no intention of buying those. There's plenty of characters already available in the game, but I'm sure that it will do its best to try and convince me to buy them, and I'm sure that I will fall for them one day if I like the game enough. But man, I didn't realise they were £25 each, yikes. Why couldn't they be 70p a pop like the like the Mii Fighter skins? A quick note about the titles of these videos. I still don't know if I'm going to go through with it, but I've noticed that they do get a couple more views per video if I leave it vague and ambiguous. So for instance, last video, instead of titling it something like A Return to Pokemon, or I wouldn't actually call it that, but you know, something in that vein, I instead called it An Obsession Resurfaces, I think is what I called it, and I noticed that the Weekly Waypoint hasn't been getting much attention lately, and that video got more attention than it has been getting normally. So I don't know if I'm going to call this video something vague as well, like I hope I don't regret this ... but that is a fight between the algorithm and my integrity, because I absolutely hate video titles like that. I feel like they are predatory in a weird way. Not predatory isn't the right word, because especially if you're actually going to go out of your way to address the title of a video within the video, you're not lying to people about what's inside. But I don't like kind of doing the, you know, the nudge nudge wink wink, you gotta click the video and give me some of your spare time if you want to know what I'm talking about. I don't particularly think that these videos are important enough to tell people to necessarily give over their spare time if something else catches their attention, but I don't know, maybe I'm just being too humble. I'll never get anywhere in life if I keep talking that way. So I don't know if I'm going to go through with it or not, but it is nice that, you know, it gets people to watch these videos, because, you know, I make them for me, but I make them for you as well. But the thing I don't like about that is I do like to go through my playlists sometimes and be like, which was the video where I talked about Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the first time? Something like that, and I'll be able to find it. I mean, I'll be able to find it easily because it's the gameplay footage, so bad example. But if it was a different game I recorded for it or something, I'll probably be able to find it because it would be in the title, like, I don't remember what I called it, but probably something about Star Wars Battlefront 2, whereas if I give it an ambiguous title, I'm never going to be able to find anything that I talked about ever. So maybe I'll try and straddle a middle ground, like instead of calling it something like I hope I don't regret this, I'll be like, I don't know, like, here's your money, Nintendo, so I at least know that looking back, oh, this is where I gave Nintendo a bunch of money for a game. It was probably the one where I gave them a bunch of money for Smash. And by the way, I researched it beforehand. How often does Super Smash Bros. Ultimate go on sale? It went on sale once in the last 4 years. I like how one of my main consoles is all about lowering the cost to consumers, and the other is all about, give us £60 for premium Nintendo IP. I mean, I guess one almost makes up for the other, maybe, I don't know. Game Pass doesn't exactly stop me from buying Xbox games which aren't on Game Pass. In fact, if anything, it probably encourages it. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much about spending money. I'm fine. I did a bunch of overtime. I can afford it. And I will see you in the next video. I'm gonna go play some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate now, and hopefully my afternoon isn't ruined for it.